Hello world, Perez Hilton here, and big breaking news, Justin Timberlake is finally speaking out about his ex-girlfriend Britney Spears and all of the concern and attention around her after the premiere of the new Framing Britney documentary. I will share with you all what he said about her and what he said about Janet Jackson and the controversy that he and her had at the Super Bowl many years ago. But first, a lovely reminder, if you missed the news of mine, that I have a new TV show. Make sure you check out my previous post. I am thrilled. So, I'm going to read for the first time, along with you as you listen, what Justin Timberlake is saying in his own words. This just came out. Justin Timberlake says, "I've seen the messages, tags, comments, and concerns, and I want to respond. I am deeply sorry for the times in my life where my actions contributed to the problem, where I spoke out of turn or did not speak up for what was right. I understand that I fell short in these moments and in many others, and benefited from a system that condones misogyny and racism. I specifically want to apologize to Britney Spears and Janet Jackson, both individually, because I care and respect these women and I know I failed. I also feel compelled to respond in part because everyone involved deserves better, and most importantly, because this is a larger conversation that I wholeheartedly want to be a part of and grow from. The industry is flawed. It sets men, especially white men, up for success. It's designed this way. As a man in a privileged position, I have to be vocal about this. Because of my ignorance, I didn't recognize it for all that it was while it was happening in my own life. But I do not want to ever benefit from others being pulled down again. I have not been perfect in navigating all of this throughout my career. I know this apology is a first step and doesn't absolve the past. I want to take accountability for my own missteps in all of this, as well as be a part of a world that uplifts and supports. I care deeply about the well-being of the people I love and have loved. I can do better, and I will do better." So my first thought is, there's no way he wrote that. That was perfectly worded by a team of PR, crisis management scientists, gurus, experts. And good on him. He cared enough to get that support around him to make sure that he said everything that should have been said a long time ago, saying it now. And I co-sign everything that he wrote. Many people think I shouldn't speak up about what's happening with regards to Britney Spears or Evan Rachel Wood or whatever it might be because of my past. But no, I genuinely regret that, have learned from that, and am trying to do better. And to the people who don't want to give me or Justin Timberlake the opportunity to do better, what's the opposite? What would you prefer? There's some nasty people out there that would prefer to see Justin Timberlake suffer. They would prefer to see everything fall to pieces in his life. But is that the energy that you should be putting out there? Is that would that really make you happy? Would that make Britney happy or Janet Jackson happy? No, I don't think. And if it does, then I don't think that's right either. I want everybody to just realize that we are not defined by our past. We are not defined by our mistakes. I'm not. I refuse to anymore be chained down. You have baggage. I have baggage. Justin Timberlake has got baggage. Ours is just very public and very heavy. And you know what? Better that he spoke out now than never. He could have just ignored all of this. He could have. He did in the past. Has Diane Sawyer spoken out? No. Many people have villainized her after watching Framing Britney. And I have spoken out on that. I don't think Diane Sawyer is a villain. Did she not conduct herself the best during an interview with Britney Spears? Does she regret how she handled that? Maybe, probably. But is she a bad person because of that? I don't think so. For decades, Diane Sawyer has been regarded as a respected and excellent journalist. The times are different. And the times were different back then. And maybe Justin Timberlake did write all of this himself. I don't think he could have said anything better or differently. I'm going to talk about the conservatorship in detail on my podcast this coming week because I like to be honest. I'm still torn and conflicted about a lot of issues with regards to the conservatorship. And my podcast co-host in many ways is the voice of reason. So I'm curious to hear what he thinks about that and what he thinks of Justin Timberlake's statement. I applaud him. And to everybody seeking a villain or villains, to everybody out there looking to blame somebody or some bodies for Britney Spears' difficulties in life, it's not as simple as that. There's so much that we don't know. And is it our right to know? Things with regards to Britney are private for a reason. For example, and I'm not saying this happened, but what if Britney Spears at one point in time attempted to murder her children? Do we deserve or have the right to know that? I'm not saying she did, but I'm just putting that extreme example out there that could explain, and I'm not saying, it's one of the many possible reasons why Britney has been placed under a conservatorship, because it's not easy to place somebody under a conservatorship, especially in California. It's very, very hard. But maybe back in the day, Britney attempted to take her own life and end the lives of her young children. Should we know that? I say no. The public loves Britney and wants answers, but it's not our place to know everything about Britney Spears. If she wants to share more with us, then sure. Or what if, Britney was doing a lot of drugs and had drugs laying around the house, and one of her kids got into the drugs back in the day. I'm not saying that happened, but that's another possible scenario that could explain why things happened. We don't deserve to know everything, and let's just let Britney live and continue to love and support her and support people trying to do better, like Justin Timberlake. Thank you for watching. I love you, and I'm doing better. I know I am, and that's for me to know.